South America. It's just this continent of incredible life and landscapes that'll take your breath away. But hidden just beneath all that beauty is a world of predators who have absolutely perfected the art of survival. Today, we're going to meet the creatures that sit at the very top of that deadly food chain.
So, listen to that voice. That's Michael Lovatt. He's a 61-year-old Canadian who was on vacation in Costa Rica. His trip took an absolutely terrifying turn when a fer-de-lance, one of the world's most dangerous snakes, sank its fangs into his foot. Its venom, which is hemotoxic, started to, liquefy his tissues right away. It was a race against time from the very first second.
In just one single bite, the fer-de-lance pumps in about 105 milligrams of venom. Now, to really get your head around how huge that dose is, you first have to understand just how little it actually takes to be lethal.
Yeah, it only takes about 50 milligrams to kill a healthy adult. So the fer-de-lance injects more than double that. A bite from this thing is pretty much a guaranteed death sentence without immediate, and I mean immediate, medical help.
Michael Lovatt, he was one of the lucky ones. He was rushed to a hospital and got the only thing on earth that could save him, anti-venom. His story is just this chilling reminder of how notoriously aggressive the snake is. It's actually responsible for more human deaths than any other snake in all of Latin America.
But here's the thing about danger in South America. It's not always about size. Some of the continent's most lethal animals are actually small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, though I really wouldn't recommend testing that out.
Let's talk about the poison dart frog. There's something like 200 different species, and they have some of the most stunning, vibrant colors in the entire animal kingdom. But this isn't just for looks. It's nature's universal warning sign that basically translates to, "Do not touch."
And the golden poison dart frog is the most toxic of them all. Get this, a single frog carries enough of a toxin called batrachotoxin on its skin to kill 10 to 20 adult humans. It's not a bite, it's not a sting. Just touching it is lethal. And here's the scariest part. Unlike snake venom, there is no antivenom. There's no cure.
All right, so from deadly amphibians, we go to deadly arachnids. Meet the Brazilian wandering spider. This spider doesn't just sit in a web and wait. Oh no. It actively hunts on the forest floor at night, and it's armed with this potent neurotoxin that can kill a person in less than an hour.
A bite is just excruciating. It causes this intense pain, swelling, and can lead to fatal heart failure. But it also has one of the most bizarre side effects in the entire animal kingdom: priapism. We're talking painful, hours-long erections. It's just this terrifying and, frankly, strange combination of symptoms from one of the world's most venomous spiders. Okay, so now we're leaving the forest floor and we're heading for the murky waters of the Amazon. And here, the danger is often completely invisible, lurking just under the surface until it is way, way too late. So what does this number mean? That's the maximum shock an electric eel can dish out. That is more than 7 times the voltage coming out of a standard wall socket here in the US. Now, one jolt might not kill you directly, but getting hit with multiple shocks can cause heart failure or paralysis, which, leads to drowning, even if you're in shallow water. And then you have the fish with that fearsome reputation, the piranha. Now, yeah, the movies definitely exaggerate the threat, but the reality is still pretty dangerous. Attacks on people are rare, sure, but they get a lot more likely during the dry season when food is scarce, and these fish are getting desperate. This quote, it's not from some horror movie. It's from a real event in Argentina back in 2013, when a swarm of piranhas attacked dozens of swimmers. Over 70 people were injured, including kids. It's just a stark reminder that even though the myth is over the top, the danger is very, very real. But you know what? Piranhas are not the apex predator in these waters. No way. That title belongs to the black caiman. It's bigger, it's stronger, and it's way more aggressive than its alligator cousins. It is the undisputed king of the Amazon's rivers. These things can grow to over 16 feet long, and they are nocturnal hunters, absolute masters of the ambush. In just the last 2 decades, they've been responsible for more than 80 documented attacks on humans. With a bite that can crush bone and a super territorial nature, they'll attack anything that wanders into their domain, and that includes us. All right, let's move on to the giants, the undisputed titans of South America. These are the apex predators that command respect and, let's be honest, inspire fear all across the continent. First up, the king of the South American jungle, the jaguar. We're talking about a 350-pound powerhouse of pure muscle and stealth. Encounters are really rare, but if it happens, what you do next is critical.
First, do not run. Running just triggers their prey drive, so never, ever turn your back. You back away slowly, and you maintain eye contact. And if it actually attacks, you have to fight for your life. Their signature kill move is a bite to the back of the skull, so protecting your head is everything.
And that brings us to the creature of legend, right? The green anaconda. It's the question everybody asks. Could one of these absolute giants actually eat a person?
Well, the answer is yes. A conservationist named Paul Rosley actually tested this theory. He put on a special protective suit and let a 20-foot anaconda attack him. His words describe a terrifying reality, this overwhelming, crushing force as the snake starts to constrict, a power that's literally designed to break bones and snuff out life.
So where does that immense crushing power come from? It's all about the size. The green anaconda is the heaviest snake in the world, weighing up to 550 pounds. It's just pure muscle, built for ambushing and constricting prey as big as deer, caiman, and, yep, even jaguars.
So there you have it. These are the titans of South America. Each one has perfected its own unique method of attack for its own territory, from the caiman's ambush in the water to the jaguar's silent stalk in the jungle and the anaconda's suffocating embrace in the swamp. They are the ultimate masters of their environments.
So, after seeing all these terrifying creatures, from tiny little frogs to giant snakes, what's the single most important tool for survival? Well, it's not strength, and it's definitely not speed.
The ultimate key to survival is actually pretty simple. It's awareness. Understanding the environment, respecting the wildlife, and knowing what to look for. That is your absolute best defense. True survival isn't about winning the fight. It's about avoiding the fight in the first place.
We've looked at the venom, the teeth, and the sheer raw power of South America's deadliest animals. So the final question really isn't about how dangerous they are, but about how we respond to them. Are you prepared to give these incredible creatures the respect they demand?